Life feeling a little disorganized? Thought about using a planner or a journal, but don't know where to start or how to keep up with using one? Have you ever tried bullet journaling? Because that's been my solution and it's been working amazingly. Enjoy a hot minute of learning how to do basic level bullet journaling. Not going to go in too deep, just the basic level so that you can get started today. And get your bullet journal today, or even get, there's other bullet journals you can get that aren't like the official bullet journal, so they're a little bit cheaper. If you want to get one of those, you can get one from the link in the description of this video. So without further ado, let's get started and learn how to do some bullet journaling. So this here is your index page, the very first spread of your bullet journal. As you can see here, this is just a basic piece of notebook paper, and you can use a regular notebook, or you can get a dot journal or the official bullet journal. It doesn't really matter. You can really make it work in any of those. But this here is just a basic notebook so you can see how you can do it in a regular notebook. So you're gonna take your first spread, label index up at the top of both pages, and then you're going to list out the different sections of your bullet journal. As you can see here, I have the yearly log or the future log, and then you go into January and February for each of your different months, and inside of those you're going to have your daily logs. And then I have a collection example that we will go over at the end of this. And you'll make sure you'll want to page number all of your pages as well so that you can keep track of them in the index. This makes it so that it's super easy to reference the different places in your bullet journal, as well as making it to where everything doesn't have to be in order because you have this index that keeps track of everything. So if something happens, like a collection happens between your January or in the middle of your January, you can say January pages are from 7 through 10, and then this collection starts at 11, and then January starts back up at page 12 on. That's a little bit more advanced level, but I think it's a really good thing to point out just so that you know everything doesn't have to be in order when you are bullet journaling, which is one of the things I really love about this and works with my crazy, messy life. So here is their future log. Basically, you're going to take your piece of paper and you're going to divide it up into 3 even sections and label them as your different months: January, February, March, and so on. 3 per page is usually pretty good. And this is where you will put in different tasks and events and such that have been migrated, which we will get into in a later phase. But for now, just create your future log and add your page numbers to the end, and then add them to your index page like we saw just a moment ago. All right, so now you'll turn to your next spread, and this is going to be your monthly log. Basically, you're going to do this at the end of every month. You're going to create the next month's monthly log. Add the month name to the top of both pages, and then along the left-hand side, number it for the number of days. In this case, we're using January, so we'll number it 1 through 31. And then the next column over, you're going to put the first letter of the day that corresponds to that number. In this case, January here in 2019 starts on a Tuesday, and so we're going to put that all the way down the page for days 1 through 31. We're also going to add the page numbers at the bottom so that we can add that back into our index. Your monthly log can be used for, say you have something that's repetitive throughout the month, like maybe you have yoga class so many days a week all throughout the month. You can add that here. You can also use it for holidays, anything that is more of a month view. And then you're going to go over to the next page, and this is going to be where you actually list out your monthly tasks. These are things that are not specifically needed to be done in a specific day, but just needs to be done sometime during the month. Okay, so this is where the fun really begins, in my opinion. Go to the next spread, and you're gonna put the date up at the top. In this case, we're using an example of January 1st, which happens to be a Tuesday. And then you're gonna list out all the tasks or events and notes that you have for that day. A dot indicates a task. You can put a star next to it to make it of more of importance. A circle means it's an event. A dash means it's a note. So in this case, we wanted to make a note that Micah loves pirates, so that when we go shopping for his birthday party, we can go find something that's pirate related, right? And then you'll do this for every single day of the month. At the end of 01, you'll just go ahead and start the next block. You might divide the page up into 3 sections, which is probably the easiest and most efficient. And then you're going to want to make sure you page number these as well. Now we go back and reassess all the items that we did or didn't get done. For example, call doctor's office. It's lined through because we decided it didn't need to be done anymore. It wasn't important, so remove it from our list. Book plane tickets. It has an X through the dot. This means we got it done. Call Sarah has a less than sign, which means we have rescheduled it to the next day or maybe a day later on in the week. Something a little bit more close, like within the month. And then we accomplished Micah's birthday party. We went, yay, X that out. And then write 5 pages for the book. Has a greater than sign because we didn't get that done either, and it's been migrated to the future log. So migrating to the future log, what that means is we took items that we did not get done during the daily log and we have migrated it to be done in the future. For example, call Sarah. We moved it over to April on the 7th. We also migrated over migrate data to April 1st and research paper over to May 3rd. These were items that we did not get done during the daily log of the month. So the month of January, we didn't get these things done. So we migrated it to the future log to be done in the future. And then the last piece to go over really quickly are collections. These are basically a collection of either your shopping list or books you want to read, or maybe quotes that you found and you want to keep a record of all these amazing quotes. A collection can really be anything where the items inside of it are all related together. So you'll create your collection, add your page number, and then add it to your index. I hope you found that informative. I hope you found it helpful and easy to understand. However, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to comment down below with your question or any comments, or if you have tips on how you do your bullet journaling, I would love to hear from you and I will respond back as quickly as I can. However, if you want to see more content like this coming at you on this channel, strongly encourage you to check out our Patreon page where you can become a patron and receive exclusive access to some special content as well as some other amazing, fabulous perks. Link is in the description of this video. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it onto your social media platforms. Never miss a vibe, subscribe, hit that bell icon for notifications, and embrace your personal definition.